Moyata, Natundi, Nialani, Kadutici Cola, Geshe Dane, Telatet Topaji, Lonyorwa.
So last week we found out about the meaning of the word, which here is the words of Buddha, and Treatise, and also we raise some questions relating to that.
Three ta lion ta Katutechil Geshe Dorjee Shishawayina, Ani Tingal ta Suzu Topa Chinju, Minimi ta just Tawakashi Sola Topa Che Netanu Yejure, Ani Topa Chene Pachi Dolichi Netanu Yejure, Ani Tatazola, Ani G Dorjee Shijajana, and Topa to say Pentu Yores, or Tanishi.
So I'm going to continue on the same, topics, just giving a bit of further, the explanations on the word and treatise, and so hopefully from these explanations, so some of question or the doubt that you may have, get clarified.
Ashitang in the neck, Rishiwa, tell her, Jinse current to stand any Jinse tell her, Tseche, kitchen Boris, and Jinse tell Chiche, and this was also Topanamanda Legarwa, or Cheta, any was a repair gonati, Shetayagata, and Jimal tell Tenechi Hako isuna, Yachi Susol Sembal Tembo de Ataniga, and Chawachimbo Yores.
So in the process of learnings, so it's very important to always to give a bit of thought on the reasons that is which you find in the various topics, and so you need to think over whether these reasons that the given for a particular topic, particular subject matter, to whether these are really make sense to you or not, and so it's kind of such like the utilizing so your own this thinking and the intelligence. It really it's a help one help to developing, or really the opening if you like your the eyes of your wisdoms.
Yeah. Teyonta ngazo zomba po sanje inanda, zomba po senje inanda, or the zog zeng zombi ni teji singejida, ani ya suje ga singejiga.
So when someone compose a text, so whether the writer can be a just ordinary person, or can be a superior beings, so but the writing, his written like a text or scriptures, so that can be called either a treatise or the what we call as a word, or the Buddha's speech.
That techi telaya Shirobigata, not to chilu techindo, numbe chilu no techindo. Ani Nyango Nieje. So
of course we can also find the various texts, depending on its content, content. So we can categorize those texts as as a Buddhist text, or some non-Buddhist text, or it can be like the poem or prose and so on.
다 가서 봐봐 좀 농비기 때지 걸 시고요래. 안에 농비기 때지 생애들 가르쳐는 네 시도 ngọc 로지지레스. 로전한테 ngọc 로지 시위 제게네 휴대게. 휴대. 안에 드니지레스.
So of course in here, so the kind of the text that we are talking about is the Buddhist scriptures. So treatise, Buddhist treatise, or in Tibetan treatise is dangerous. And so now as far as the nature or the entity of that the treatise goes, so it must be it should be a sound, probably it has to be like a sound come from our our mouth, so like a verbalized sound.
제장은 다 될 예대 가르세는 가정만의 시와 노지래 아니 디가 네다 체녀 시와 될 체녀 시와이나 나랑지 저거니 다 녀무비글 아니 다 살아서파 지치체네 지네 아니 고아도 다 녀소 그지래 니 지발에 니 쇼피고 아니 예대니도 담바 시에죠 그래서
and the qualities which or the specific characteristic of the or the quality of the of the treatise is that I think we discussed in the last week teachings. So that it has the by depending on it, then we can be able to eliminate these mental afflictions or delusions, which binds us in this cyclic existence, and then so thereby by the eliminating the mental afflictions, then it will give us protections in the sense, achieving, placing us into the state of liberations.
당가서 가서 봐봐니 대중이 두지시고요래 대중이 두지다고 가르래서나 제츠숑게 그 수용세 되어래서 아니 제츠숑게 그 수용이자 제츠숑게 코는 거 jel어요래 마토스 집에 가주 jel어요 말해서
so more specifically, so here the treatise that we are referring to is this, which we are studying now, is the one which is written by or composed by Maitreya, the Lord Maitreya, and which is an ornament for clear realizations. So therefore it is the as a nature, so we have to say it is something exists within the continuum of the Maitreya himself.
원아 대가지 절 매와이나 아니 다 같이 그때는 체nye 간데스 그래 뒤때데 녀스 간데스 랭거 그래 드니지 쇼와이나스
So therefore it is as a treatise, ornament as a treatise, so it's not if it's not within our continuums, and so if so, then there's a question arise, which is then how can we, if it is something within the continuum of of a Maitreya, then how possibly can we learn and the study about these texts.
Yetsangani, the Kandes reason, Jesus Shongechi, ni Popatumil ma sumbares. Ni Popatumil zomil ma pene, ni Citizo, ni Hil ma ke, ni di dead in Yosle, ni Digan Jagola Supambo Zong. Oh, Tnichi, Tani, Matsiuta, Citizo, ni Lolsu, ni Tenso Sonoton, ni Yosle de Zata, teaching it to Jill Chinishes. Oh, Tnido, Jiresra.
So, so it is the very obvious that that how we get the access to this text, the ornament, and to be able to teach and study the initially. So of course this text, the ornament for clear realization, was taught. The Maitreya taught to the Asangas, and then the so the Asanga then compiled this in writing, composed in writing scripts, and then so. The later on, so there are many, other masters then wrote commentaries to these texts, the ornament, and so that's how we can also we have the opportunity to memorize the ornament text, by heart, and then also to study the text, but depending on the various commentary and laws.
That pejana chitule lono, as ye tange kero chimutuniana, ye chiton salati kengote, ta ye kero chimutuni, tange kono more de orova. Ani ya tig that dando, ni dadung rotonda woda, ani sila supate, matsiguya, woda putejo, loju chene ya, tenuji ji yonchu orova.
So like if I give you a very an example which perhaps might give us a bit clarify the meaning. So like if you have a very well-known, like a singer, and so when the song that is sang by the original singer, the artist. So that's the very unique, which sound, speech, whatever it comes from the artist. And however, then after the artist has sung the song, then we can compile that singing or the tune, and then also we can learn the actual the words of this song, and then we can also sing the song. But yet the actual song is only belong to the original artist also.
Ani ya techi de tere ta jave ka singi jore jave ka singi tela ne ka zungma shewa na jire shita ne sanje rani chi ni chekele shuma da korangi ni jes na wa da ani shinji la ba da ani tni ri manda wa sumu se na le ho res.
So this is just a brief explanation or summary of the of Treatise, And now, if you look into now the meaning of the word, that's the Buddha's word, or in Tibetan is ka. So and that we learned in the last teaching that how there can be few different types of the words, like words which was a spoken word of the Buddha, and then you have a blessed, words, and then the words by subsequent permissions.
수제지 제게래 중요가 다 아니 수인도 살아 아니 샤네 수위가 세고레스 아니 제스노미가 생기데 가르 세고르세나 페나니 샤라 님고 놀로라 아니 내 샤게 핀비르라 아니 게노가 겐드치 모도 쇼지스미 겐드치 모도 오스네 아니 내도 콜라소바 샤라 님보 수미 나가선 내도 콜라소바 수이저여와스 아니 더서니 수제지 아니 샤네 수요 말에 신지울라요 말에스 가르세는 제스노와 제라다 코타 냥엘인데 아니 지랑소가 기티까지 야르르조도 잘라 까골 드니지 깨그레스네 순사가 사자다 아니 디가서 설 순바레스네 깨그르스네 그런 거지 제스노와 노아체셔에 인사 네 제스노미 까스네 어떤 순고요레스
so the spoken word of the Buddha so is really arise from the from the Buddha's mouth through the movement of tongues and the palate and so on. So that's the spoken words of a Buddha. And then we have like in the part of the as part of the like the prefix of the like the Heart Sutras. So where it says the sutra the says where that like the place like in vulture speak and then in the assemblies of the such a great number of the Arhat and so on, so that the introductory or that the early part of the introduction that this the whole setting the introductory setting of that sutra. So that is which, of course, it's not the something which, spoken word, nor the other two. That's like the also nor the like the what do you call the
신지라바.
Oh, sorry, they know the blessed, blessed word. So that's called as that section is called as the word by law, word by the subsequent permissions, because the Buddha gave before the compilation of the sutra, the Buddha gave the permissions by giving advising to his follower that when you comply my teachings, so you should include this. These introductory sections to indicate, where and the when and to whom this, my teaching is addressed to. So that is called as the Buddha's, the words by subsequent permissions.
다 신지라 백가 생이데 가르치나 신지라 백가텔라 소제지마 니스 순레데요 말이데 이내야 빼나 샤라님베는 놀라 수제진 티 있어요. 아니 현지 포바 샤리비 현지 사마사마체 몰라는 단데 제메소스네 안 바지 깨져지야죠. 제가 대초 아니 샤리플 코랑 깨져야 같은 지가 제스크로 내체가 로주나데 메나오 세슈인도 뽑아놨더니 맨나요 수제지 신지라발라테네 기롱메 바킹원에 대테네 용게에서 아니 데라 수제지 신지라비가 가스네 디테일 텐디 수그레스.
And then the example of the blessed word of Buddha is like in the Heart Sutra. So there's a sections where the dialogues between the Avalokiteshvara and the Shariputras, and like where it says suddenly like the Avalokiteshvaras, begin to converse, begin to speak to the Shariputras, and this it says that this is the happened due to the influence or due to the blessings of the Buddha's of the Buddha's concentrations. So therefore this is called as the words by subsequent blessings. Sorry, bless words.
아니 드니 신지라 비카텔라 수제죠. 아니 그이고네 신지라 봐. 수행고네 신지라 비카, 퇴지고네 신지라 비카 세네드니 예와드니 라몽보 요레스로. 아니 야 대지라요. 드니 예곤람 라몽보 요레스로. 이나다 저 맞아 대지 몽보 좀 시야마도. 네야 대지. 뭐시야는 거주로. 아니 다 질칼레칼레마 레용그레스로.
So of course, if we go with more detail, then even with the with regard to the blessed words, then there are the different few different types, like the blessed words by the Buddha's body, holy body, and by holy bodies, Buddha's speech, holy speech, and Buddha's mind. So you can go in that, and so as well as there's also a lot of other the things we can talk about. Even go further with the explanation of treatise, but probably going a bit more detail might simply maybe confuse us.
다 딩엘랑 같이 도박계와 노지래. 다 가도 대지 생이대 년가 아니 뭐 임반은 지발에 대시 아스로. 아니 대인자네 다 가생에대 대지랜데 왜스. 문제다 저런서 다 지지나 제와 뭐 야보조야지 상도스.
So there's one thing that's common to both the word and the treatise is that they both are like a speech, like a sound, like a sound, and so there is how you might have already given a lot of thought on then on the difference between the word and the treatise. For example, why can't all the words be treatise as well, and so on.
제장하다 가츠마 대지르베 신 좋아질리도 잘라 가왔다 그거는 아니 대지 임발라 아니 내가 가르친 거거든. 농배 대지 임발라 내가 가르친 거거든. 대대 든지근 내가 때 갈 총도에 딱 그거래서.
So whether the question of whether all the words or the Buddha's words must be treatise as well. So the answer is really to check, to look, to think over what is the criteria or the characteristic for which you to be called as a treatise, to be qualified. There's something text to be called as like a here treatise, like a Buddhist treatise. So you need to focus on that, and then once you get that whole descriptions of the treatise, and then you can apply that to the whether the word should be treatise or not. So whether they fit, whether all these descriptions or the characteristics of the treatise will fit with the words or not.
딩엘라니 농베테지가 다 된다고 시에 체진라고니 가르친 거거든요. 농베테지텔라 아니 드자테 니 세제 녀몽발에 치와다. 아니 드자테 니 고와동에 술에 쇼핑. 아니 예대 그거래스네. 아니 다 간이 뭐 임반에 집발에 다 되니 그 체진이데 아니 깔총도에 딱 그거래스.
so in the preceding teaching, so we've learned that there's to be treatise has two main the qualities. So which is the qualities of like the eliminations, that is in the sense of as a means of eliminating the mental afflictions of trainees, and then the other is the qualities of protections, that is to as a achieving liberations.
Tanga Rulula, Katsama, Techi Insunguyores. Ani Techi Imbijin Karas and a Techi Tanga Chechini, Katsama, Sanshan, Osra. Ani Timase, any Tingel Kako, Tendo Sheditsalayo, Kal Chichi Gendaoji, Tingel Shewa, or Teniga Soinzani, Katsama Techi Resine, Ani Tishures.
Yes. So the second, the qualities of the treatise as protections, which in sense protecting from the fear of lower rebirth and of samsara, of cyclic existence. So therefore, when we these are the descriptions of a treatise, then so we can now conclude that then so all the words, the words must be also treatise, because they all should possess or the qualified with these two qualities, and then as to the and then we also look into have to understand what's the descriptions or the qualities which the word should possess, or which I mentioned. There's 4 qualities of the words.
Timase ni lopi nyega. Korang zwangshan jo tenla pipi dawa singi tino karsu yarsena. Dawa lembi techi te kanshena jawe kanya tos. Dawa lembi techi kanshena.
No.
Ani jawe kanya tos ne tani su yars.
And then this in the one of the Vasubandhu's his own text, scripture text. So there is a mention of the Khasajaveka.
Jawa lembi.
No.
Ta mo nyoz leg.
No.
Ani techi te karre esi de sala. Jawe karre esi.
No. So where he says, what is the treatise which we should which is to showing what to practice, to apply it into practice, then it says that it is the words, the Buddha's, the conqueror's word. So in a way, in that the Vasubandhu's text, so where he used the word, the word, the Buddha's word is the treatise that we need to apply it into practice.
Ani ta yang kachi jiga sena ani dingela topa te ulung yore karsena nyemu pungwe shida suje chi sura jiro dje ga nyemu pungwe shida sunbe ne suje chi sura te jawe kai ka tendo jo ne ani te tema te nga su topa ji kazu ngam ke yores.
Yes. So there's you find that statement by the Vasubandhus, so according to which this sounded like even all the treatises are also the Buddha's word. And then there's also in this in the text there's also another the scholar who defined the word as the speech, as a speech of a Buddha which is for the sake of abandoning mental afflictions.
Teta sono kawatanga korsena ta javi kaina nyemu pochi to subi chogundu ves katsamalo jichu malipate ni ka kandeji inayo ni nyemu pochi sunduwe sne dig kol topazo ko resrwa te izane ta tnigo ta pachi doni da ni ta teji sono tungina chichina ni le porade jir sangdes.
So just need to give a bit of thought on whether these definitions that of the word will be give the enough description of the word, and whether is all are all the words of the Buddha must be also a Buddha's speech to for the sake of abandoning mental afflictions or not.
제상하다 단단히 마치 시셔와이나 다 가이나 니냐무 부지도 순그 차와에서 말해서와 냐무 부지도 수제지수라데 가인 신이잖아 시엔도스 시엔에 가르세나 가이나 냐무 부지도 순그 문도스 가인세나 수제는 다좀발지라 아니 가수 같은 인도스 대치수 같은 인도스 대인사 다좀발지 냐무 본사레서와 냐무 본사자 콜라 냐무 본시도 순가에서 요 말했어.
So that so description, according to that description by this scholar who says like the Buddha's of the Buddha's word is a Buddha's speech which is said to for the sake or of like abandoning mental afflictions. So if this is then it has to be the case that all the Buddha's teachings or the Buddha's words that Buddha has given deliver. So it is all for the sake of the abandoning the mental afflictions of the listeners. So this is obviously is not necessary because there are Buddha's word which was directed to arhat, someone who, like for example, the arhat of a lesser vehicles who have already they abandoned all the mental afflictions. So there's no more affliction left for them to abandon. So therefore, those words that Buddha said to the arhat. So this they are the words of the Buddha, but of course it's not doesn't fulfill this. The descriptions of this the word.
Penandni tni yores karisana ta nyeru dachambala dachambe komputa chawache ani ya shiwi incident ta tni ngopato tane tni dewa tela ni nyomba jone ta konri so tni nyomba jone nyoja tela pi dewa shiwo ye sarwa tinsa tinil nyomba jone pi kawe do kawa pala judeng tni yores sarwa tela tanta sanje gani 다 저런데 유마데 다리 저런은 터자 타주데 다리 터지 어리스네 고타피 드니가 뇽바들래요 뇨저들래요 쭈 아니 드니 어리스 제자가 드니가 소제가 수인 저를 까래 돼요 이때 이나 고서 nhiệm 보지도 지순 거 말아 그 nhiệm 본사로 왔어
So in an instance where sometimes if there's a Buddha will wake some arhat who's been sitting in the deep like a meditative equipoise with the experiencing the bliss of the peace and of the liberations, of the like a the complete peace of these liberations. They can be remaining in that state for like aeons, and then Buddha would then wake them up by saying such a word like you need to rise from the meditative equipoise. So these kind of statements, which is obviously is a Buddha's word, but is said for those arhat in this or in the meditative state, and who have already overcome all the mental afflictions. There's no affliction, so they do not need. So therefore, the Buddha didn't say that to that arhat to overcome mental afflictions. So we would now leave the discussions on, or stop the discussion on this on word and the treatise here, and now just do where this discussion on treatise, the word treatise, how it come about in the context of the study of the text. So is in relating to the title. There's a heading which of this text relating to the title of the text.
Tan di gune mila ni ja yi he no yen ju ga ni te jing ni tu je la ni suje du shun ji sem ba to je la shon sa lo chi bi si te yo ma ri te ya de lu ji za te no la suje du shun ji sem ba to je la shon sa lo si yo res sa je ni pa ta sa ji te je chi sho sim ba ji sho.
So the no. So there's in terms of the heading. So there's we're up to that heading. The translator's homage. There's a meaning of the title, and then there's a translator homage, and so there's the homage. The line of that homage is to homage to all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. So this is of course this line of homage is you don't find in the root text, the ornament, but it is included by the translator who when they in translating this from the Sanskrit into Tibetan, so that that's the one. Yes.
This is the courage of the Nani, and that Peke lots, Junior lots of no chigoni, Pekel Sijo, the Koran of Sat Jusha or Esra. That Sat June, Jugu, which is a Karasena, and Koranzik ne Pekel Ma Judusalani, de Juag Tashimaji Yuan Cheta, and Pachin Jew Pacheme or Cheta, and Tizechi Teres. So you find in this English translation, so there's a line, homage to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So this is as I said before, is inserted by the Tibetan translators. When the ornament is translated into Tibetans. So now the reason. So there are some. It has some purposes for inserting that and paying homage to these
also the such as there's a purpose of the successfully, like completing the compositions, and also to remove any any obstacles to the any obstructions to the compositions.
진짜 젬바질 가려요세나 디가가니 다 배지 잡어지가니 가르스요세나 아니 대지 된 도디데네 이나나 아니 디가 원래는 수제도 쇼지 삼바 통제가 션살로스네 지제도 니게 쇼스 녜베데네 이나나 대지데 녜베데네 이나나 지진 좀배요라 션살로스네 아니 드니지게 쇼스 아니 드웨데네 이나나 니 통제 쳔발라 션살로스네 아니 드니지게 쇼스네 아니 잡이가 까노죠 이자 아니 디가도 떠네 아니 되게 샤워레스.
So there are another the reason behind the translator to include that the line of expressing the homage. So it's really by the order or the degree by the the Tibetan king at that time. So so according to that order, so it is there says that all the treatises, so must include this, the words of homage, expression of homage, and depending on the subject matter, the main subject matter of the treatise, and so if the subject matter is mainly the or the text subject matter, or if the text really belong to the treatise that you are translating or composing, if it's belong to the of the three collections of the sutras, like if they belong to the collection of sutras, then the homage should be paid to the to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and whereas if it's the treatise is belong to the collection of like Abhidhamma, then the homage is paid to Manjusharis, and if it's belong to the Vinaya, then homage to the omniscient mind of the Buddhas. So really to just to confirm with that king's the degree that the translator included this line.
자보도 저거 까노게 진짜 가르스나 드니 때치텔라다 응고네 따윤데 살로 때치텐도 디데네랭가 때치테네 님베데네레 데베데네레 응고네 따와도 좀 하고야 쳇다 아니 대학고서나 때치티우누라 아니 다 된다 가르치기 예매되고 서로지 학고는 거 그래서 드니 하고야 쳇다 아니 다 드니 그 까노셔와 드니 했어.
So at the time the king made that the rule, and that's the really it serves a great purpose, because just so that right from in that very beginning line of the text, that anyone can or any reader can tell what is the main content of this whole text. And so you can tell that from that beginning line where the homage is paid to. So you can tell whether it's the text, subject matter of the text is relating to the collection of sutra, or to Vinaya, which is the moral disciplines, or to the what I've left Abhidhammas, if it's related to wisdom knowledge.
제장아 와나 안에 다 수제도 현지 세마토텔라 션살로스네 다 수제 신이데 다 뭐지 베게 수제세 다 수제가 지대나 가능나이라고 하잖아 맞아 니요 세디살라 니 송바가스네 되라고 그러와 니 송바가스다 시동보티가 손데 저와 토체레 송세 저와 토체레 저와이자 아니 송스러와 아니 메토페마 카지와 나지 셰자리 비네 타톨피 콘드 쳐송아이자 아니 제스 수제스네 아니 드니가다 베케 찌글 단드니가 되어자 그랬어
So in this the line of expression of homage, so you find a word Buddha, and which in Tibetan, which is which has a two syllable, sangye. So sang, which means to awakens, and so the in the context of the Buddha, so it has this it connotes this awaken from the sleep of the mental sleep of all the mental obscurations, mental obstructions, and then the ge, which is the next word, which is ge, which means like a developed. So which has connotes the coming to the develop or the blossoming of the lotus petal of all the excellent qualities to be fully developed. So this that's the you get the meaning of the word Buddha, or in Tibetan Sangye.
아니 사제도 현주 semba스 생에는 세제 토제가 시다네 주비 현주 아니 다 세제 토제가 시다 주비 현주 토비된다 로냐 야와도 옌피 옌지데 랄레네 네 문지비 바오스 그러다 가죠 semba스데 아니 베 바오든일 고에서 대자 든지 현주 semba스는 든일 다 지내나 이자고 그래서와 어느 대니라니 다 링와예서제니 기백문의 션살에 이스네 안다 지딕된도 단단해서
and then bodhisattvas Buddhas, so bodhisattvas, so which in Tibetan which is a Changchup Sempa. So Changchup, which is a word like enlightenment, enlightenment and complete enlightenment, and so this and then the sattva, which is the sempa, which is like as an indication of like the courageous, courageous one. So completely enlightened, courageous one, and so if we, explain the break this. All the meaning of the syllable, like a changchup, and then sem, which has a mind, the mind of enlightenment, courageous one with the enlightened mind. So the enlightened mind is someone which the aspirations to achieve the complete enlightenment for the sake of all beings. So here, then the courageous, in the sense, so there's with that mind. So the bodhisattva is someone who is overpowered, who is motivated or driven by that kind of mind, which mind of enlightenment. So with that, so they giving up all the selfish mind, and the courageous head, in the sense that they are fearless, in the sense that in the with that mind in terms of the fulfilling the welfare of other beings.
On that thing, I think such a good itala, such a day, just show. And such a unique and such a son she was. And then such a day, don't just show it and lots of us.
Okay, and then the homage, so the word homage, so that's which can express the homage, by body, by speech, and by mind. Okay, so now if we as far as the outline of the text goes, so now we finish about the meaning of the title and the translator's homage, and also the actual the explanation of the meaning of the title text.
다 사체서 세체체 유니 생기들 해서와 아니 델라니 땡지 좀발란 유비 다 체와제 봐 생기지도 좀베 땡지제 유니 생기지 니어레스.
So we're up to this third one, which is the actual explanations of the meaning of the titled text, and so this is explained under these two subheadings: the expression of homage as a means of engaging in the composition of the treatise, and then the second subheading, the actual body of the composed treatise.
다 동보텔라 사체 동보텔라 다 체와제바텔라 아니 인기도 질러시나 아니 니티 쇼와 촌노 그제 니진예지 진제 공연도 놀라페 바시노로 니진지 때때 전제 바공 공동요도 대베트는 넘바크된 하존도 셈바 니티 쇼ን주 셈베 수지 수제지는 연달라 쇼원살로스네 아니 지제지 손바레스.
So relating to this the heading, the expression of homage, this you find in the actual ornament text, the expression of homage as a means of engaging in the composition of the treatise. So this heading relate to the root text, the opening verse, which is, if I read, homage to the mother of Buddhas as well as of the groups of hearers and bodhisattvas, which through knowledge of all leads hearers seeking pacification to thorough peace, and which through knowledge of the path causes those helping transmigrators to achieve the welfare of the world, and through possession of which the subduers set forth these varieties endowed with all aspects.
다디 카를 채워 제와리세나 디 이셰생이 롱셰생이도 노치선 채워 제와레스.
So in this verse, so the homage is paid to three knowledges. That is it's like listed as knower of basis, knower of the path, and then the exalted knower of aspects.
다 지셰도 랑체도 노체서 된도 된거 주대지 질레그레스와.
So we'll come back to the meaning or the definitions of these three knowledges later.
다 동부티 그 가르치는 지셰를 채워져 버려서와. 간데스 제버레스나 아니 니티 당스 니티 땡이스 메요레스와. 디글 아니 슈라 루자 아니 루자도 아니 다 니티 로와도 루자 로와를 제발라 수파 니티 그 타와다 루자 그 타와라 수파라 시와다다 초아버려 되러와 다 타와데 초아버려 돼 이자 든지 그 타와들 야 청에 그 조데 안라니 쇼살로세 청에 그 조지 시데라 쇼살로세네 어떤 송고요레스 ninti shiwa tsu na kashi sarwa, ninti shiwa tsuwa po se korwa.
Okay, the English konzuki jorang. Sikidi ma ribato inji dia to khagado.
Ale.
Di ngozu tamajorwa.
Tamatilta kuzo shuchi domle chi
just the solemn say di ngozu inji. Yeah. So just the order in which the English verse is laid down, so where the last line of the Tibetan is said, mentioned first. So in Tibetan, so the first homage is paid to the knower of basis, okay, the knower of the basis, so which is the where it says which through knowledge of all leads hearers. So we already discussed about the hearers. The hearers. There are two hearers, which is word hearer is mentioned here. Directly mentioned here, but indirectly here also implies the solitary realizer as well. So both, because they're seeking pacification to thorough peace, because both hearer and the solitary realizer are seeking pacification to thorough peace. That's the peace, complete peace of nirvanas, of liberations, and so the way the homage is paid is that the knowledge or the knower of the base is like the giver of that peace that these two are seeking, like the hearer and solitary realizer are perceiving that peace, and how they find that peace is through realizing this the knower of the basis. So that's how the homage, the first homage, is paid to the knower of basis.
아니 지군이 빠티가니 로셀 지어지고요레스 다 저거 간데스 지어거려나 아니 쇼주 셈베가니 내가도 타투르질은 로웨가 된셔되고 그러와 되는 로웨가 대생의 그 지체 조나데 아니 로스 덴바메 빠투피 아니 로셰텔 션살로스네 아니 되시고요레스.
And then the next the homage is paid to the knower of paths, and which says where it pays, because, as he said, and which through knowledge of paths causes those helping transmigrators to achieve the welfare of the world. So this refer to the bodhisattvas. Bodhisattvas are those who wanted to fulfill all the like temporary and the long-term needs of all the transmigratory beings, and so how what causes that the bodhisattva can achieve that the deeds of benefiting all other beings, fulfilling the needs of all other beings, is through this, through the knowledge, as it says, through the knowledge of paths, because through which the path through which the bodhisattvas realizing the emptiness of true existence of all things.
아니 지구 스마트가 노칠 채워지고요레스 다 간데스 채워지고서는 수제진이 타나서 중간에니 치지 콜로코 더잘 치순고요레스 치순이 중한테 도체 조한테 노체 치고요레스 노체지니 드제 콘티 무팔라서 번체네 아니 템베가니 다 템바세가 수제 치순고요레스 아니 도 지제 도제세가 타 노체라 때네 아니 치순고에 있어 드니가 타 노체들 쇼살로 하시네.
Then the next the homage is paid to the knower, the exalted knower of aspects. So, which in another word, which is the omniscient mind of the Buddhas, and and so this is because omniscient mind is like described or is praised. So here as a quality which serve as a a cause or the empowering conditions for the because of which that the Buddhas the Buddhas are able to the benefit all sentient beings, such as to be teach, to give teaching, to deliver teaching according to the needs of all sentient beings. So it is because of this, the possession of this, the knower, the exalted knower of aspects, or the omniscient mind, that the Buddha has this has that capacity or the ability to teach all beings, in according to their needs. And so, as I said before, in the English version, so that was the last homage which we really paid to all the three knowledge together. So which is the which says homage to the mother of Buddhas as well as of the groups of hearer and bodhisattvas.
Ta jitsu shongge jene te jingi tu je zon de zala ne tuman chewa je bi ge je kar re sine ji she we na ne ta tel rewa tesan ul kar su jo re sena jitsu shongge ronya tombe ga shewa dun tamba ane shuyung che de chewa je wa re sine tuni sung go re kar sena shewu tomba la su pi ge shawa kar zon na pa ina ya nyela ne 다 chewa la su pa ja chimbu chi go re stenza ane korang ine korang ta shewu tomba se karwa tuni ge yima chi kwa sha bi chi da ne te chin de la un che je tuni se bo re
and as to the reason why the Maitreya, who's the author of the Ornament, why he includes this verse of paying homage. So in the Haripatra's the text, the commentary clarifying the meanings. So where it's the mention that the Maitreya composed this to in order to as a way to follow the example, example of a great or a noble beings. So it must, so in that time, so it was considered as the noble beings as a noble being. So whenever they commence any or undertake any task, major important task, so they always in the beginning they always pay homage to their object, to the object of worthy, and so just to accord with that traditions of the noble beings. So the commentary, says that the Maitreya composed this expression of homage here.
제장 단 레와 대산을 드리지가 다 제전제비 규파든 드리지 코로시오 동바임바다 시바샤비제 드리고 기파트 드리지 수원이자 아니 텔라 제와 뭐 보인 거요. 그래서 드니 기파트노 저 주고 말해서 저닝 말했어와 가르스나 제츠 종게 콜란 로데테니 찔로 주요 말했으네. 아니 드리고 제와요. 그래서
so as described mentioned in this the Haripatra's text, that so there's an implication that the Maitreya consider himself, as one of a noble being, by saying that, the reason why I do that is to this is what the noble being do, at the beginning of their undertaking a task. And so there's in the debate, so there's a ground, so there's a question, how come the Maitreya is in the Maitreya, he has is a bodhisattva, or has a bodhicitta mind, and how Maitreya has this, isn't that the contradicts, that it seems like he has some sort of self important, in his mind. So you could ask whether from this we understand that the Maitreya did that so that he will be considered as a noble being. So if that's the case, so there's a question of whether Maitreya has a self-cherishing mind or not.
Ani jinse nipa jila ani ya tinul karshe jorjana ani dajarja tejingi tuje chet jo dajarwa dajala sopa ni kinchewa jeba te jinse karsena chewa jebi ne kasalo ni jishele yetin nri yore lo shele yetin nri yore no chele yetin nri yore sene sunjo ye yinsa ani ngi tuje chet jo dajate je cheji tin thwa sangji ani yi chemba sala ni dewa shi gres o 딕체더니 순조여레스 치진조여레스 치진조 기반데 기바지.
And then so furthermore, so the another reasons or the purpose which the Maitreya has in his mind to write this verse of paying homage. So is that so that his intention was to instill faith in the mind of the students, student of this ornament, because in this verse, so the Maitreya described the qualities of these three knowledges, and so therefore his intentions, intention of his another purpose of this composing this is to so that the student or the disciples of these who generate the faith in the three knowledges.
제장하다 디메 기파티 수미가서 더자 yendo sene 네 기징이 두젤다 더자 리먼다와 니에비 기자 시에요레서와 리먼다와 니데 가르스나 umbuto bojido umbune boshi o tzo tongwashi wichedri sene tni shuyejoles la tzo dewashi wicheta umbune bojido to boshita daja seite daja la ri ningi zogorwa umbuto bojido unne boshi ta tni inza ne ta tni umbuto botedo ne boteni te inza ta umbuto bog tsekande jo umbut ne bog tendo de kare jo wa imi shitong umbune boto
So so when these so in this context of the the reason why the purpose of the Maitreya is to instill faith in the student or in the trainee's mind. So now so there's now again next question arises about the who are the trainees or the students or the disciple of this ornament. So we raise a question. So normally we talk about two types, those trainees with the sharp or faculties, and with a less or with a dull mental faculties. So there's we can raise a question about who are these, the description, how we describe first of all the students of this ornament text, and then the difference between the sharp and the dull faculties in this context, and also in general how we can differentiate the trainee with the sharp or the dull mental faculties.
Onji ngazo umbo nembo to tabochi se disala dinirawi ko wara wata jesen ma keje na she karchi kolla shawaina lonso gosondo lonso shino ngete zola umbo nembo na wishita ani kasela na wishi mengete zola umbo to bonda wonashi tindi she ga yora wa de tindi keje mares.
So normally, for us, when when we say when people are somebody's very fast in knowing, in getting the message and understanding what you say, and we will consider as a sharp-minded, whereas the other who are very extremely slow, you have to repeat the same thing, over and over again, and still when they, fall behind, then we say they is very, dull-minded, and that's our normal. But here is the difference between the sharp and the dull-minded is not necessarily like that.
아니 윤카제 논들이 순조해서와 옹보내보 생에때 그럼 켈레지여와 켈레때 코라고 학고비 마도 받을 켈물랭에 옹보토부터 솔로 콜론서 지시에전을 론서 코로 켈렌롱이지여와 또솔로 옹보토 보지 옹보내보도 속다 진짜 아버지 하마거나 아니 켈렌롱 무정이지여와 아니 도지기 때때 세메 맞아와 도마자와 umбун ане нембота ане точигде 세메 맞잖아요 ane 켈렌딩이 때라 ane um부터 보세네 던디 유카지는 요레스.
Then in some texts, so where the difference between these two are made on the ground that those who are so quick in accepting things, getting easily convinced, or then they are the dull-minded. Whereas those who are very kind of very pedantic, in that they have to see all the reasons, and until they're completely convinced that what they hear, what they learn is really has all completely make a sense with their own reasoning and with the intelligence. And then, in some texts, these are considered as the sharp-minded.
안타 가서 저 바로 왔다 논지는 뭐 주서 같이 소소 니 토마스는 그렇게 말랭했더니 여러와 아따 유네트 너 티치네 umbunem 보시는 책인도 왔어.
So we have some, even in we see some people who are very stubborn, they until they have to be completely convinced, otherwise they don't accept, they don't listen to you, and so on one way, as it says here, it looks like they are sharp-minded.
제장하다 원나 단단 체제 가서니 동보지 세제 디질로 세제 아니 노체로 니 체와제 정도 있어와 아니 대칭이 지금 마시 뒤살로 동보 노체시 디질로 세시 디지 세시 등소 비 고도 좀 세정도 있어 다 되게 진짜 가르래서와
And also in terms of the order of paying homage, so we note here that the homage is paid first to the knower of the basis, then the knower of the path, then the knower of the experts. In that context, basis first. So and the knower of the expert last in this verse, but in this verse. But however, in the actual, we will find that in the actual the explanations of the text, then the first chapter is on the knower of the expert. Begin with that. So it's in a reverse order, and then followed by the knower of the path and the knower of the basis. So it's quite opposite to the order of these three knowledge we find in the homage, paying homage. So again, why is this?
동문에 드니 시에게 또 니팔 드니 시에게 근데 진짜 첨보요 그래서와 니 드니 진짜 때를 소소소 되지 손도 타나야 그래서
So of course there's very good reason in other cases, for this. In the expression of homage, it has its own reason, very good reason, and the purpose, and whereas on the actual, explanation of the text, so where it begins with the knower of the aspects, the exalted knower of the aspect first, and again, which is called the order is reversed to the paying homage, so has its own, very important merit or the purpose.
On that, the name of the Jadisala, that's in do digit, code the Oji, Tanichi Sono, Yunatone, Chishe de Yesra, Ina Tatelaya, she enchanted with any Lapojaga and the Soson Yuena, Yachishon, Lana de Grova.
So just I want you to think on this, differences, and also just I've tried to present the text as very short and probably but trying to make it as simple and clear as possible. But however, if you have any suggestions of any any area or any topic that we need to discuss more, or to add any area that we should be included here to in our discussion, so please feel welcome to make that suggestions. So we'll leave it here for tonight. Thank you.
Jonju Senjo Ramboche, Maje Pano, Jeje, Shewa Nyamba, Mepai, Kune Kunda, Pewa.